Yaho, hello and welcome to my very overdue self-introduction. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but I think I was just too eager to start playing the games that I've already gotten to playing. So anyway, without further ado, hello, my name is Vole. I'm 19 years old and my height is a secret. Please don't ask about my height. My birthday is the 4th of April and I speak predominantly English, as you can tell from the language that I'm using right now. Some Chinese, even though I suck. Let me introduce myself in Chinese. 你好，我的名字是 Vole。我的华语很差，但是我会努力的加油 or something like that. I also speak a little bit of Japanese, so I'll introduce myself in that as well. Yaho, 僕の名前は Vole。日本語を今勉強中だからよく喋りませんけど頑張ります。Yeah, and as you can see in my model, a full body picture of my model, I have a tail made out of a little belt at the bottom. My shoes have some pink outlines. You can't see my mouse. This is going great. On the back of my hoodie, there's a little mouse face as well. I kind of threw it all together haphazardly because I just really wanted to start playing games. So not a lot of thought went into this, but you know, we pretend that I really thought about it. Likes. I like milk. I love milk. I like Chuck E. Cheese. Have you seen the man? He's gorgeous. Like, there isn't a Chuck E. Cheese where I live, but one day I will hold his hand. RPG Maker games. Of course, I like RPG Maker games. Hello Charlotte is my favorite RPG Maker game of all time. It's very hard to choose a favorite, but Hello Charlotte kind of takes the cake. Which is hard, very close by, maybe sharing the same place as Hello Charlotte, because I don't know, I just really love it. It kickstarted my RPG horror obsession, I suppose. Not that I didn't play RPG horror games before, but I think Witcher's Heart really made me want to continue playing. Tasokare Hotel, or basically all the Escape by Seek mobile games like Tsumugu Logic or Prison Boys or Yotsume God, I think. To the Moon, or all of the Freebird games. Ayakashi Akashi, Your Turn to Die, and of course Xeno, because you know that was the first game that I played on this channel. I also really enjoy rhythm games like Mai Mai, and Chunism, Waka, and Taiko, all of which are arcade games. And for mobile, I also play Proseka and a little bit of Demo, but I kind of stopped after I finished the game. I really enjoy reading as well. I usually don't shut up about the books that I like, but I will try to make it brief, or as brief as I can, because I don't have a script at all. The Thief by Fuminori Nakamura. I really like Fuminori Nakamura's writing. He writes other good books too, like Evil and the Mask, or yeah, Evil and the Mask is good. Too Bright to See. It's a really cute book about a trans boy, and well, being a trans boy, a boy at 19, being a trans person myself, it's nice to see rep, and it's a really sweet book, easy to read, fine for all ages if you ask me. Challenger Deep, really interesting read as well. It's a little bit poetic. It's more poetic than it is a prose, I suppose, in some sense, but it makes sense once you get to the end, and it's just nice to read. The Giver, it's my favorite book out of all the literature texts that we were made to study back in secondary school. But as a standalone book, it's also really good. It's just that I probably wouldn't have picked it up if not for school, so thank you, school. Toto-chan is really cute, it's short. Also another book that's fine for all ages. A simple read about a really nice education system. The Secret Garden is also a kids-ish book, but yeah, it's nostalgic and nice. The Good Son, it's not a kid book, but it's about murder, and murder books are interesting. I like a trope that is used in it, but I cannot say what trope it is because it is a spoiler. After Dark by Haruki Murakami. Murakami's books are frequently debated. I don't know, the quality of it is frequently debated, I suppose, because a lot of his books fall into the same category that can be plonked into a bingo, and you'll probably be able to get a bingo based on all the tropes he likes to use. But I kind of think that After Dark is different compared to all his other books. I don't know, just the vibes, it's kind of different. I don't think it gets a bingo either. But yeah, After Dark and something library that he wrote, they're a bit more different. The Little Prince, ending on a soft-ish note. Yeah, it's a soft note. The aesthetics are nice. The book is nice. There was also an animated movie that took inspiration from The Little Prince. It was really good. Made me tear up. It was nice. Yes, I like drawing, and I like aquariums. My favorite aquarium is the one in Japan. The one very near to the Tenkyu planetarium. I cannot remember where it is because my sense of directions and locations suck, but yeah, it was good, it was nice. And obviously anime and manga. Death Note. Do I have the vibe of a Death Note enjoyer? I don't know. Maybe in terms of the games that I play, I don't know. Well, I mean, back then, it's kind of a prerequisite, right? Like you either end up into Death Note or into Homestuck, and I was part of the Death Note gang. Blue Period, really good. Out of all the manga and anime that I will be featuring here, I think this is one of the few incomplete ones, but it's very good. Especially as an art student, or ex-art student myself. Moriarty the Patriot. I love Sherlock Holmes, so, you know, it's nice to see the references. Kagero Project, or Kagepro, yeah. It's just nice. The nostalgia factor is there. I enjoyed the songs. Back when I had more people who were into Kagepro, it was like a really cool thing to cosplay as all the characters and go to conventions as the entire team. Yeah, good times. Case Study of Vanitas? Is that the English title? The Case Study of Vanitas, I think. Yeah, good art by the same creator of Pandora Hearts. Really pretty, also incomplete as of yet, but you know, good stuff. You should read it. Liar Game. I like death games. I think my taste in games have shown that I like death games, and likewise with the media that I consume, I like death games. Death games or puzzle games or escape room games, I like them all. Liar Game was probably the first death game. Well, there's no death in it, but first death game-ish manga I've read. Or maybe it was Battle Royale. I'm not sure. But either one of those were my first, and it really kickstarted the whole interest in these things. Durara. Yeah, Durara, enough said. I kind of prefer the novels, but you know, the anime and manga is not bad. Monster. I think if you have watched Death Note, someone will probably recommend you Monster, or the other way around. If you've watched Monster, someone will probably recommend you Death Note. So they kind of come in a pair at this point. Zankyo no Terror. or Terror in Resonance. It's really good. I don't think I know anyone else who watches it, so if you watch it, let's be friends immediately. There's no manga for this wonderful series, unfortunately. It's an anime only, and there's only 11 episodes, but I highly recommend you watch it because it's really interesting. 彼女になりたい君と僕 As you have seen from my reading recommendations or my reading taste, I enjoy trans rap. This manga was actually the manga that I sent to all my friends when coming out because I think it has good representation for not just trans people but for asexual people, which I find to be really rare. Like, one of the characters is asexual. And I don't know, it also talks about the difference between gender presentation and gender identity, which I find to be a topic that I am quite passionate about. So yeah, I sent it to my friends for sure. Aoharu X Kikanju or Seishun X Kikanju. I'm not sure which one is the manga and which one is the anime because for some reason they go by different names. But yeah. Boys Run the Riot. As usual, I am interested in my rep and I will enjoy any series that gives me my rep. Oh, you cannot see it. I am blocking it. Hold on. Real Account. Real Account is good. Real Account is a death game. Real Account is interesting. I recommend Real Account. Okay, let me cover back. We stand quality in this house. Alright, and my dislikes. I dislike spicy stuff. Can't eat them. Spiders. I don't like spiders, especially their legs. I don't like wet socks. The feeling of wet socks clinging onto your feet. Or the smell of wet socks, obviously. And I'm really bad at jump scares. I'll be playing a lot of horror RPG games, but I'm really bad at jump scares. I don't like waking up early either. I don't like deadlines, but I'll still set and follow them anyways. I don't like flip-flops. I don't know if that's a weird take or anything, but I just cannot wear flip-flops. It doesn't feel natural for my big toe and my second toe to squeeze onto that little the middle thing that you're supposed to hold on to, the only stick on the whole sandal flat thing that keeps your feet onto the flip-flop. I will hold on to it with a death grip until my feet get to cramp. So wearing flip-flops in general are a painful experience that I do not enjoy. Oil on hands. I do not like oil on my hands. I used to do oil painting, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like oil on my hands. It was a horrible period because when you get oil paint on some surfaces, they will make you use oil to clean it off. I don't understand why, but we would have rags that we would dip in oil and we would rub it across the table to scrub off the oil paint. It was disgusting, but oil painting was fun. And yeah, stuff like eating fried chicken, I will use gloves. Stuff we'll do on this channel. Games. Very obviously we'll be playing games. Chill talks. I feel like sometimes if I'm playing a really relaxing game or maybe a platformer or something that doesn't have much dialogue, we can just talk. Series reviews. Since I like reading, since I like manga, that kind of thing, I was thinking of doing compilation compilations of series that I like, or just talking and recommending things to each other. Like, you can recommend me things in the comments. Challenges, maybe, I don't know. If there's a challenge that I feel like doing, I'll maybe do it. Collabs with friends. I have some friends who want to be VTubers, some friends who are making their models, some friends who already have their models. So yeah, future collabs. Or even friends without VTuber models, I want to do things with them. Like my friend Akafan, who recommended the game Xeno to me. I want to do a Xeno tier list with her someday. Story times. I actually do not remember what I meant when I wrote this story time slide. Well, I either mean story time, as in telling stories about things that has happened in my life, or story time, as in reading a book. But I will do both, maybe. Art? Question mark. I probably won't be doing drawing, but since I do cosplay, I will maybe do streams where I work on my cosplay props. I don't know. Currently, I am working on Rui from Project Sekai. Project Sekai. His potato outfit, the one from the very first Halloween. Yeah. Socials and stuff. YouTube, obviously, Vole VTuber. Twitter, I'm not creative with my names, Vole VTuber. Email, longkangrat@gmail.com. You can email me. I don't know why you would, but go ham. You can do it. I don't have any hashtags or anything because I don't foresee anyone using these hashtags, but if you want to use it, just, I don't know, hashtag Vole VTuber or something. Q&A time. Since this is a pre-recorded thing, I collected questions from people on my Instagram. Well, they're my personal Instagram, but the people who asked me questions are people who are aware of my VTuber account. So, yes. Introduce yourself. Hi, I am Vole, I am 19 years old, and I'm a professional sewer rat and amateur VTuber. I play games, mostly horror RPGs, and yeah, I look forward to playing games and interacting with all of you. I will move myself higher so it looks like I'm actually talking into the speech bar to some extent. Still a bit high for me, but you know. Hi, where are you from and what do you do for work? I am from the sewers. I am from the sewers. I don't really have lore for this VTuber model actually, but I am from the sewers because I'm a rat. I don't know, I just really like rats. What do I do for work? I live in the sewers. Do I look like I have work? How's the weather? It's kind of sunny right now, with lots of traffic in the background if you can hear. But I have the aircon on. Yay! What made you want to be a VTuber? Also, I love you. I love you too. Why I wanted to be a VTuber? I think the idea first struck me last year. Wait, was it last year? No, early this year. Early this year when I had COVID. It was during the holiday break between my internship job, and I was like, I'm going to be a VTuber. I cannot stand working anymore. I'm going to be a VTuber and live a very broke and poor life, but at least I will be happy. And so I decided I will make a VTuber model during my break. But the moment my break came, my body decided that it would be a very good time to get COVID. So I actually made a model that looks totally different from this one. And I used it for a very short while. Nothing much came up from it because it was a very badly made model. Yeah, so I guess that was the start of what made me want to be a VTuber. But currently, I think being a VTuber or having this channel is very soothing because I have another channel that is monetized, and it began feeling a bit like a job. So I kind of wanted a place for me to just vibe, where if people find me, they find me. If people don't find me, I will be content talking to myself and to this camera and being my authentic self. Because I suppose in my other channel, I'm appreciative of everyone who drops by, but they would be subscribing for the service that I provide and not for my own personality, because in my other channel, I don't talk there. I just provide translation services. So yeah, I just wanted a place to be myself and kind of practice my social skills a little bit, my talking skills. As you can see, I'm the kind that rambles a lot, so I just want to get better at talking. Yes, my gloves. As you can see, there's a happy and a sad face. Gloves. I don't know why I put that there, but I just thought it would be cute. I also have little paw pad thingies on my fingertips that were inspired by my gloves, because my gloves have the finger touchscreen pad thingies, and also it's mixed with the inspiration of a hamster's paw, because I have a hamster and his paw has like these little beams. What's your favorite color? 3 people asked me, so I will list my 3 favorite colors: blue, green, and pink, in no particular order. I think it depends on my mood. If you had one color to describe yourself, what would it be? I put a blue because my model is kind of blue. What genres do you like? I'm not very sure. If it comes to books, I think I gravitate towards maybe psychological horror or murder. But at the same time, I really like slice of life and growth stories? Stories where teenagers maneuver their life struggles and grow up or something, you know, that kind. If it's games, I think I either enjoy death games or heartwarming stories, like either one on the extreme end of the spectrum. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Mint chocolate chip. Yes, I like mint chocolate chip. I like pineapples on my pizza. I have questionable taste depending on who is judging my taste. Thoughts on eating ice cream for breakfast? The person who asked me this question knows I have eaten ice cream for breakfast, and therefore I am categorizing this as a personal attack. Well, you eat corn for breakfast. I don't think you're any better than me. Favorite dessert? Surprisingly not ice cream. I like sesame paste. I don't know how to describe it for people who haven't had sesame paste. It tastes like sesame, but as a paste. What do you like to eat? I like to eat fried chicken on waffles. I like to eat tofu. I like to eat... What do I like to eat? I like to eat raw salmon. I like to eat sashimi in general. I like squids, like fried squids. I like pumpkin soup. I like milk. Milk is not a food, milk is a drink. Well, you know some things that I like to eat already. Yeah. Do you like fried chicken just fried or with batter? It doesn't matter. Oh, that rhymes. It doesn't matter as long as it is with waffles and maple syrup. How do you sit on the chair? Like this picture here. I sit on the chair with my legs crossed. Yeah. MBTI. I took this MBTI quiz just to answer your question. I am either an ENTP or an INTP, because according to this quiz, I have marginal or no preference of extroversion over introversion. So, ENTP or INTP? I don't know what that really means beyond the baseline of what they write in the quiz thing. Like, I don't know what that says about me, but you know. Oh. Yeah. Will you be the Kuro to my Aka? Well, this question was asked before our Xeno photo shoot, so yes, I will be the Kuro to your Aka. I have been the Kuro to your Aka. Yeah. How many cosplans do we have? Okay, I pulled out a list to answer your question. You are doing You are doing Sirius, I'm doing Ash. You are doing Claire, I'm doing Noelle. You're doing Rouge for Lolita, I'm doing Noelle for Lolita. You're doing Sirius for Lolita, and I'm doing Ash for Lolita. You're doing Venti, I'm doing Bennett. You're doing Tenma, I'm doing Misumi from A3. You're doing Muku, I'm still doing Misumi for the overalls version. The birthday versions, you're doing Tenma, I'm doing Misumi. We have just lots of Tenma and Misumi costumes in general. For Xeno, which we have already done. Actually, we have done some of these on the list as well. But for Xeno, yes, you did Aka and I did Kuro. For Project Sekai, you've done Tsukasa, the uniform, potato, literary nonsense, Chururira. Yeah, and Chururira. And I am doing all of those versions, but for Rui. For the Devil's Manor version, you're doing Rin, and I'm doing Kaito. For Vocaloids, you're doing Senbon Sakura Ren, and I'm doing Senbon Sakura Kaito. For Your Turn to Die, you're doing So, and I'm doing Midori. For Hello Charlotte, you're doing Florence, I'm doing Bennett. You're doing Scarlet, I'm doing Charles. For Kagero Project, you're doing Hibiya, I'm doing Kano, and Shintaro, and Kuroha, and Haruka. For Omori, you're doing Omori, and I'm doing Hiro. For Wolf Game, you're doing Yukinari, and I'm doing Rintaro. For Angels of Death, you are doing Eddie, and I'm doing Danny. That's where my list ends, but I think we have more, I just can't remember them. Yeah, that should be about the most of it, I suppose. Quite a few RPG horror games that we are planning to cos as well, but since we are making our cosplays, it takes kind of a long time. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Chuck E. Cheese. I want to be in Chuck E. Cheese. What is your IC? No. And that marks the end of my self-introduction. Thank you so much for watching. If this is the very first time you have seen me, then wow, what a horrible first impression. But I hope you enjoyed this really casual, unscripted, and probably, I'm not gonna cut this even. Well, no, I'm gonna cut it a little bit, but yeah, this unscripted video, unplanned, very shoddily done, but it was fun to make, and I hope you had fun watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.